Hey, y'all, I am so excited that you are here to continue in our 90-day devotional journey. We are in the devotional Never Forsaken, and it is 90 days in the book of Psalms. Now, as I said before, there are 150 actual chapters within the book of Psalms, which is the 19th book in the Old Testament. So obviously, we're not doing all 150 of those chapters. This particular devotional has chosen, I don't know exactly how they chose them, but obviously they pulled like one or two verses, sometimes three or four from each chapter, maybe, because I didn't read these ahead of time. I just kind of glanced through it, and if you recall, I did say that the book of Psalms was largely written by David. So a psalm is just another word for a song. It's where they were able to sing praises to the Lord, to pray to Him. They were open. It was an open, honest conversation, dialogue. It didn't always have to be a praise. It could be, times of distress, and they were just calling out to the Lord. So I'm super excited that you are here on this 90-day journey with us. So, I also shared that as we're reading this, if they're not super long, I will read the entire chapter before I read the devotional. I think it's very important that we don't just isolate one particular verse or two particular verses, that it's very good to read the verses before and after. You may not always have to read the whole entire chapter, but it is good to have a background of what that particular verse that is being shared in this devotional, or anytime that you're reading the Bible. It is a very good practice to read, before and after, so you will understand. A lot of people, unfortunately, will pick and choose a verse maybe that they've heard before, and they try to tailor it to whatever their situation is, and that's where we can get into a lot of trouble. So it's very good to understand the context of what the Lord is trying to tell us in that word. So um today we are going to be in Psalm 1, and it's focusing on verse 3. But like I said, it's not a very long chapter. So I will read the entire chapter just as kind of a refresher. It's only 6 verses. So, like I said, the one that they're really focusing on today is the third verse in chapter 1. And so let's just jump right in. It says, "Oh, the joys of those who do not follow the advice of the wicked, or stand around with sinners, or join in with mockers. But they delight in the law of the Lord, meditating on it day and night. They are like trees planted along the riverbank, bearing fruit each season. Their leaves never wither, and they prosper do. But not the wicked. They are like worthless chaff scattered by the wind. They will be condemned at the time of judgment. Sinners will have no place among the godly. For the Lord watches over the path of the godly, and the path of the wicked leads to destruction." So that's the entire chapter. And today we're focusing on verse 3. And that's the verse that says, "That person is like a tree planted by streams of water, which yields its fruit in season, and whose leaf does not wither. Whatever they do prospers." Not every season looks fruitful, but that doesn't mean you're not growing. Some seasons feel quiet, others feel like all work, no reward. But when your life is rooted in God, even the silent seasons are full of purpose. This verse paints a picture of steady strength. A tree planted by streams of water doesn't have to chase nourishment, it's connected to the source. That's you. When you stay planted in God's presence, provision flows even when things seem dry. And here's the promise: you will bear fruit in season, not on demand, not by comparison, but at the right time. What you've sown in faith, watered in prayer, and trusted. Oh, sorry. What have you sown in faith, watered in prayer, and trusted God with? Whatever that is, it's growing. Stay rooted, stay faithful. Your harvest is on the way. I am so excited. If you have listened to the previous daily devotionals that we have been doing in this 90-day journey series, I have shared that I had kind of stepped away, kind of taken a hiatus because my faith, work, family, life balance was all out of whack, y'all. I was doing nothing but working, and I've been making some changes. My job is going to change in another month or so. And I'm very excited about just reconnecting to God. I am one of those, and I'm saying this because I want if this is you, I want you to feel like you're not alone. Like it's okay. We are human. We are not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. But I love when I stay rooted and connected to my Heavenly Father. We need to become so connected to him that having a conversation and a relationship with him doesn't feel like something that's odd. It doesn't feel like something that's out of the normal. It's something that is just second nature, right? It just happens. It just flows. And when we stay connected to our source, just like the trees that are planted by the water, we are constantly nourished. We're not rushing and seeking and trying to find the things to fulfill us, especially when we try, you know, whether we try or we think that what we're looking for, the world is going to provide for us. That is so wrong on so many levels. We're not going to find the nourishment and the sustenance and the joy and the peace and the happiness that comes with staying rooted and connected to our Heavenly Father. I have some huge goals that are coming up in 2026. I shared that I don't make New Year's resolutions. The last few years, I have chosen a word to focus on for that particular year. This year, my word is faith. And I'm very excited about that. Now, these goals are not goals that are brand new to me. They're goals that I kind of started and then I stopped, and I started and I stopped. We kind of in my circle we call it Zoom Eek. So it's like we're so super excited and we Zoom rush, 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 and then all of a sudden we stop because life gets in the way. The enemy does whatever he can to distract you because he knows that this particular goal, this particular dream is something that God has given you. He's given it to you in your heart, He has given it to you individually. It is specifically for you, it's not for anybody else, it's only for you. And when the enemy sees that you're trying to work towards that goal and you're getting closer, or you're feeling on fire, and you're rekindling that relationship with God, and God is downloading all this message and all these things to you, the enemy is going to jump, and he's going to jump out in front of you just like a deer jumps out in front of a car. And it's up to you whether you're going to slam on brakes, swerve, run right into the deer. So, are you going to let that enemy make you swerve and get off track? Or are you going to take that enemy and hit him head on and have the faith and stay rooted in our Heavenly Father, where He will provide for all your needs? So, okay, I've preached enough. So that is our devotion for today. Blessed in every season, even when we think things aren't doing anything, when we think they're just stagnant and, oh, shucks, I need to try something different. Don't compare yourself to other people. Stay rooted and firmly planted in your Heavenly Father. And our closing prayers: Lord, help me stay rooted in you. I trust that you're growing something in me that will bear fruit in the right time. And that's the other takeaway. It has to be in God's timing, not our timing. Our timing is not God's timing. His timing is always best, and He always knows better. So I hope you have enjoyed this daily devotional, and I look forward to seeing you guys again soon. If you enjoy this, be sure to subscribe. If you enjoy it even more, share it with your friends. The more that we can share the love of God and spread His word, the more crowded we're going to make heaven. And ultimately, that's what we're called to do. Let's make heaven crowded, okay? All right, everybody. I hope to see you again very soon. Have a great one.